Hello and good afternoon. Welcome everyone to Bordeaux. We are waiting for the at-home finals to start. Then we repositioned that camera. It was first positioned on at the bottom of the living room, but we had to position it now pointing from the study towards the living room to catch the screen, because the teams in the finals will probably show a presentation or show us a visual from the robot to demonstrate what they have done. So the finals is basically, it's just open for showing what you can do, and yeah, you basically you can choose yourself what you are going to show. And looking at the teams that have reached the finals, which is the Hibikino-Musashi team from Japan and the Tidyboy team from Korea. So they have their own strengths and weaknesses. So it's interesting to see what I'm going to showcase for us. Now the other camera is pointed straight at the door where the challenge will probably start. So we are getting ready. At least I see that the Hibikino team is ready, and I think that the Tidyboy team is already preparing its final. Looking at Arpit, the open or the finals is a 50-minute time slot for each. 50-minute time slots. I will open your mic so we can hear you. Sorry, I didn't do it yet. Arpit is joining me.
It's 15-minute slots, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Don't know if everybody is informed, but yesterday it was a very exciting day. We had some beautiful challenges, and I think the top 5 teams were really competing for that top 2 spot.
That's correct.
In the end, yeah, the strictly for rules was a bit of a letdown, or how should I say, we were a little sad that it went as it went, because we expected a little more.
Yeah, we basically scored a good easy 600 points and then lost 400 in some error detection, because detecting people wrong. Yeah.
And it's all part of the challenge.
It's all part
but
of the
that in the end,
yeah.
it pushed us from second place to fourth place.
Yeah.
I think it was in the end fairly close, but the team, it was Team Lair. Trail. I always switch that name. I don't know. Team Trail, who was basically at the bottom somewhere, but they had 2 amazing challenges, accumulating thousands of points, and it just they swung up to third place.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was exciting, and we were a little hopeful at the end of the day. But I think with this competition, a fourth place, it's not that bad.
Well,
but you were hoping, I think, at least top 3 and preferably a finals. That was the expectation, or
that was a try, I would say. We were here with a really small team, with roughly 2 full-time programmers available all the time. So all initially, just by looking at our status, all we could do was try, because we knew the South Koreans and the Japanese teams are going to be really hard to fight with in this tournament, and we decided that what we are going to do is we are going to give them a really tough competition. If that takes us to the finals, we'll be really happy. But if that does not take us to the finals, then we will make sure that they do not get to the finals that easily.
Did you have a good idea about the competition before you came here, or is that difficult to judge after a year?
It's always difficult to judge after a year, but if I just look at how these teams have evolved historically, we just made a rough estimation on how much they might have progressed from the previous year, and based on that and the number of people they typically bring in for these kind of tournaments, they come with multiple robots in a group of around 15 to 20 people each, and that itself has a huge advantage over us, because we are here with one robot with a group of 5 people, and so I'm looking at those numbers and then comparing how they keep on evolving the software stack. We made a rough estimation of what kind of competition we will be facing.
Okay, yeah.
And on day one itself,
so you can compute your.
We can compute our expected outcome roughly to something. So the initial expected outcome was in the top 3 spots, but then some things did not pan out. We took some high risk, high reward challenges, and it backfired.
Yeah.
And that made us drop out of the top 3.
Well, hopefully we can show the finals and discuss a little about all the strengths and the weaknesses of the teams.
Definitely.
But we have a strict schedule, and if it's delayed even more, then I'm not sure if we can show both finals, only one team, but we will catch as much as the action as we can. The team Hibikino is ready. I think it's just a judge. Yeah, we're missing a judge.
Do you know how to use the official mic?
And as I said, there was already also a different file already. So we have within the at home 3 different tournaments going on, and we are watching right now the one for the. Oh yeah, just a second.
We have with us a member from the Hibikino-Musashi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about the finals? Are you well prepared?
Yes, so we are presenting about our research activity on the final. Yes, so we well prepared. So yes, we will best for our best.
And what are the main skills that you're going to be showcasing this finals?
So in our laboratory, the main topic is embedded system. So it means the AI chip, semiconductor chip. So we will present new types of the hardware chips for at-home service robots. Yes, please enjoy.
Oh, that's going to be really exciting to see. I saw the poster presentation and I was really impressed by the research you were doing on this. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys do with and showcase the AI chip and its capabilities. I would say I wish you all the best with the finals. And yeah, if we are able to get a reaction from you after the finals, it will be really great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, we will record everything, so if we have to switch to some soccer matches at some point, then we will keep the recording going and we will try to have the full video uploaded later on this week. Yeah, he was talking about changing hardware, or at least chips, that is hardware change.
Yeah, so
where are the boundaries of what you can change with the standard platform?
Well, the thing is, what you're not allowed to change is the base hardware that comes with the Toyota robot.
So motors, wheels, gripper,
those kind of things.
Cameras.
Yeah, but in terms of, let's say, additional computation, you can add a computer on top of it, like how we have our backpack laptops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
During the poster session, I had.
We can show it on the image. So there's now just someone starting to take a picture with his arm in front of the backpack laptop. Maybe you can see it now. It's on the back of the robot on the left side. Oh, I have the text here. My apologies. Oh. Yeah, now you can see it pretty clearly. So on the left there is this opened laptop, which is basically it's taped or tie wrapped onto the robot.
It's strapped.
Strapped to the robot, and that is directly connected to the robot to assist the robot itself, or is that the controls for the robot?
It is roughly the control of the robot. So the robot comes with two onboard computers, and what we do is we mount the third computer, and all of them talk to each other using the network. So we also put up a network switch on the robot, and that allows all the 3 computers to communicate with each other. So what I saw in the poster session. What I saw in the poster session of Hibikino-Musashi, they presented two new innovations that they are basically implementing with the system. They developed a touch sensing module which they can mount on the gripper for some additional sensing, and they have developed an AI chip which is basically running their entire knowledge representation of how the robot perceives the world and keeps on updating it. This is what they are going to be showcasing in this finals, because they are the first team in the history of DSPL League to have fabricated their own specialized chip.
Okay.
To basically do some knowledge representation and AI processing for the Toyota robots.
That's a big advantage. Maybe in a couple of years when this is really developed, it can give them an edge in the competition.
Definitely. And what I'm really curious to see at this moment is what are the capabilities of this device that they have completely fabricated in-house.
Yeah. Well, it's exciting to see, and I think the league can be a little difficult for the common viewers, the robotic people, the people that are excited about robotics, because there's so much going on and there's so much details you need to know to understand exactly what's happening. So I'm really hoping we get a good view on this final. But yeah, when they delay it even further, I hope we can even broadcast it. So we are already more than half an hour delayed right now, and I really hope that we can start soon. Oh, sorry. Wait. So did you already make a list of things to do when you get home?
Yeah.
Developing Hero?
Developing Hero. I mean, the first and the simplest thing that we are going to do is really integrate that QR code detection system, okay, which all the people which the other teams were using in the GPSR and the eGPSR challenge, because we have a task planner already built to perform the GPSR challenge. The biggest issue that we are currently facing is the human interaction there. So even if we are not able to complete the integration of the speech recognition system in the way we want to do, but at least we can use a QR code system which the other teams were using and score some points instead of 0.
Okay, but I felt that speech recognition for Hero was quite advanced looking at other teams. So it's not the worst. It's one of the best, maybe even. I don't know, but
it is one of the best. It is definitely one of the best. However, a challenge like GPSR requires a very different type of integration with the speech recognition system. So we have a speech recognition system which is works amazingly in a noisy environment. We train one model. It understands multiple accents for the same model. We basically, for the restaurant challenge, we trained one model and we tested that speech recognition model by speaking English in a French accent.
Okay, yeah.
So, and it works flawlessly, because in the restaurant challenge, the first order that was placed, it was by a French person.
That worked, right?
And it worked. That too in a noisy environment. So that is not a problem. We have a task planner which is able to understand, make a task out of the command that is given in the GPSR challenge, and it will also try to execute it. What's the problematic part for us is the bridge between the two things.
Yeah.
And building a good bridge takes a lot of time. But if we can build a different kind of bridge, which at least gets us from one point to the other using a QR code like how the other teams did, I would say that's definitely a thing that we need to do.
I'm missing a cameraman right now. I'm quickly going to reposition the camera a little, so we have a better shot of the TV, and then I'll be back.
So seems like Hibikino-Musashi is almost ready to start their presentation of their finals. Yeah, it's exciting times, I would say. Seems like this year the finals are slightly different, as the judges are sitting inside the arena in the beginning of the finals itself. Usually this happens after the demonstration. So maybe Hibikino is trying something different.
Is that a choice that you have as a team, or?
It is definitely
a surprise that they get.
I hope not. It's not. I hope it's not a surprise that they have got.
We've started. All right. So the final started for Hibikino. They're setting up now, and all the judges are finding a good position.
Okay, I think this is definitely a surprise to them.
Okay. Why? Why do you think that?
Because the judges in the previous years have always been outside the arena.
This person on the right is giving a presentation for the judges, and you can also see the screen. I will switch to the screen for you.
I'm going to give some explanation on the presentation that the team member from Hibikino is presenting. They are trying to demonstrate the general purpose service robot challenge using one of the most famous language models which are out there, the GPT-3.
Command being using large language model with GPT-3 and it can system for just GPT-1 and now the robot moves to the location to pick up a ball. Now please see the robot movement. Now the robot trying to grab a ball from a shelf.
The robot is trying to grasp a ball from a shelf.
So trying to listen also to the explanation. The robot is trying to detect a ball and trying to grip the ball, and that is all computed on the laptop. That failed, so the team member handed the ball to the robot, and then now has returned the ball to the operator in the room.
So as people whoever has used ChatGPT, they know that they require a stable internet connection, and all of their data goes into the servers of OpenAI, who is the owner of ChatGPT. What Hibikino here is demonstrating is they're using the same technology as that of ChatGPT, but running everything on board on in the backpack laptop, which does not require an additional internet connection, and allows that the data which the user is working with or operating with their robot always remains private in their own robot itself.
I think the stream is down. I have to go back to see what's going on. It's not live anymore, right? So can you keep?
If I keep commenting, it'll keep on getting recorded. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was a bit of a smooth movement initially to pour the cereal in the bowl, but then that was also a nice drop of the cereal box. Okay, so at the moment the robot does not have the chip on board, so they are giving a demonstration of the usage of the chip with a video, as the main purpose of the chip is to update the environment of environmental knowledge of the robot, to be able to do basic tasks like pouring your cereal into your bowl. One of the other things that they were going to demonstrate in this challenge was the usage of a soft hand, which they have developed in-house. And the soft hand comes with some onboard sensing. The robot is now going to try to move the bed. It's going to the bedroom.
So now robot moves to the bedroom of number 3 and tries to find homeowner in the bedroom.
The robot is looking for the homeowner in the bedroom. The homeowner is waving. The robot is trying to detect a waving person.
please come back to this. So could you please go back to the camera? I will show you the system details. So now in this system, the robot use deep learning-based system.
The robot is taking its own sweet time to detect the homeowner. I'm not quite sure if it actually detected the homeowner or if it just decided to come back.
This is very lightweight model. Especially training data is very few training data is required to detect these people who live. And in the past, the robot detects seniors, and we also developed a system to train such kind of object recognition system. And this is very powerful. By using this system, the robot can detect the object in
The robot is again was trying to detect a waving person,
this robot do not have
and this person is now pointing at a specific location.
animation sensor. The robot can detect if the robot grasps object correctly or even recognition.
They are demonstrating their object detection capabilities to be able to do grasping. And that was the end of the demonstration of Hibikino-Musashi. There will be 5 minutes of questioning regarding their presentation by the judges.
The analog chip, is that the analog chip that we're using like for computing or FPGA or?
Yes, this is a new logic chip, especially we need that mechanism which is related to memory of a human grasp. And they especially implement a function to memorize or generate some function based
The judge asked if the chip that they have demonstrated here, if that is an FPGA chip or a neuromorphic computing chip, and the member just said that it is a neuromorphic computing chip, which is mimicking the memory of how a hippopotamus basically works.
Actually, it's very difficult because human speech is very unexpectable. Human says anything, and it's in a conventional method. It's very difficult. Maybe example, predict some verbs or nouns. It doesn't work. But by using machine learning models, it's very
One of the questions that has been asked is why are they looking at using GPT-3 in the robot? This has always been a debatable topic in the home robotics as to how complex do you need your language model for a robot to be. Can it do something with a simpler model, or do we need a heavy computing machine to run a really large language model like a GPT-3? But it's just a choice that the team has made to be able to capture a lot of open world random commands that any human can give. So as we saw in the demonstration, the tasks that the operator had asked the robot to do, the robot had failed to do that, and it had asked for the help of the human, and this was a point of question.
any function, but we essentially focus on that function to memorize the location. And actually, what help us do this
things and locating or something, but we use robot function to locate the position, and we just mimic the function to memorize the location of object or human.
When you try to put the syringe inside the ball, did you plan how the syrup would fall in the ball?
Yeah, actually, we plan the robot to pour the cereal. So this is our future task, because it's very difficult to handle unknown objects or systems. So we just use cereal. It's already known, but we train or program the robot within this competition day. So our robot is also robust, but we need slight adjustment.
One of the questions was regarding the pouring of the cereal, and that was if it would be capable of pouring something else or grasping a different kind of item and placing it in the bowl. And the answer was that currently their system is not that robust enough to handle unknown objects. And in this example, in the demonstration that Hibikino just presented, they had pre-trained or programmed the robot to be able to pick and pour the cereal in the bowl. And that's the end of the finals for Hibikino-Musashi. Next up is going to be Tidyboy from South Korea. It's going to be interesting to see what they are going to be presenting in this finals. From our previous experiences with them, we have fought 2 finals against them, and the one thing that we have always loved about the finals has been their manipulation skills, the smooth motion that their robots are able to execute during picking of an object and placing it at a different place. That has been just mesmerizing. They have, I think, about 5 minutes of setup time, or maybe even lesser actually, before their finals needs to start. On the points table, they currently are leading they currently rank 1, and Hibikino ranks 2nd. But this final can also completely turn those tables. Let's see how it goes for Tidyboy.
To catch me up like 5 minutes how the final went for Hibikino?
Yeah, so they tried to do a couple of things with the robot by trying to do some manipulation, but the robot failed to do that by itself, and it had asked for the human operator to help. Once they came back from the bedroom area, back to the living room area, they basically were demonstrating some object detection skills and how they're detecting a person waving at the robot. But I think it was not really working completely on board at that moment.
Right, yeah.
So now Tidyboy starts.
So Team Tidyboy will start now with the finals.
Today I will show the name of preparing the dinner. Yeah, now we'll show our robot.
So Tidyboy is going to make their robot prepare the dinner for one of their team members. I mean, if a robot is going to do that for me, I would immediately buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, at first, the band feels thirsty. So, one of drinks wine.
When in France, why not a bit of red wine, right? Yeah.
Firstly, I think I'll have some wine first. Can you serve me?
They have asked the robot to serve the team member some red wine.
Okay, it's difficult to hear for us, but the robot is responding to the command. So this is a very lazy human being because the wine is in front of his nose on the table. But
Yes.
Nevertheless.
But I think the robot is trying to get a mug to pour the wine into.
Yeah, there is a bowl in it. There maybe you don't drink red wine from a bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you can see, there is a lot of crowd inside the arena, making it very difficult to get a good shot from our camera angles.
But the robot successfully picked out the mug from the kitchen shelf or cabinet, and it's going to now try and place it on the kitchen table.
Will it pour the wine? That's the question, of course.
Yeah, and that's exactly why we're here to see that, right?
I think it's better that somebody gets a mop.
It did not place the mug, but it asked the operator to pick the mug out.
But we talked about it, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think maximum weight for the gripper is like 1.5 kilos. This is a glass bottle of red wine. I think it's half filled, maybe 1/3 filled. That's way too heavy, right?
No, but Tidyboy has the next generation of the Toyota robot, so that one is able to do pick up a heavier object than our hero.
So they have a contingency plan in place. So one of the team members is holding its hand below the bottle to prevent a mess. But we have to clean up after this, so the challenges will be over anyway. So now we will see if it pours some wine, and if it does, there will be a lot of applauding, I can imagine. Here we go. It pours some wine.
And it pours some wine.
Yeah.
Not sure if the team member also sipped some.
No applause. I was expecting applause. It looked impressive.
No, that's because the team member picked up the mug and brought it a bit closer for the robot to pour something in it.
Yeah, there is a lot of human interaction or manipulation, so to speak.
I mean, in this situation, we call that more of a human interference than interaction.
Yeah, but we do it at home. When I pour my own glass of wine, I also move the glass below the bottle. I don't move the bottle above the glass. So, in that sense, I can imagine that if you ever have a robot pour, that you would help it by putting the glass on it.
What if this was not a bottle of wine but a bottle of whiskey?
Then I would pour myself. Just got some bread in a basket. So the idea of the challenge, what they're showing, is that it's a general speech, normal question, not very specific, but the robot understands the commands that it got, right?
Something like that. But what these guys are trying to execute is preparation of dinner. But in that situation, a lot of things can be pre-programmed in terms of what the robot needs to do.
Yeah.
So
when he said, "I want dinner," and the robot said, "Would you like some wine first?"
Yeah,
so that's the idea. Oh, he's already finished. We're going to clean up the table. Smart robot would not start with a bottle of wine.
Robot is going to try and grip the bowl. And that was a really nice grasp.
Yeah, it was really nice. And everything is falling on the floor. What was
Yeah.
That's a pity. So where's the dishwasher?
They have removed the dishwasher. Oh no, it's there. It's right over there, just behind the
So
person
it's putting
sitting
it
on the table.
somewhere else,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
robot. It's putting it on the fridge. Or in the...
On the sink. In the sink.
in this, there's a sink. Yeah, there's a sink. Good. Dropped it in.
Will that?
Good robot.
Will that?
Thank you for preparing the leader, Tidyboy, and thank you for showing up our demo. Thank you.
And that was the demo from Team Tidyboy. So there are like 5 judges, 6
Yeah,
judges, and
yeah,
they
there are.
will go in a meeting.
There are 4 judges.
There are 4 judges, so the scores won't be out until tonight, probably.
I think in a couple of hours we should know the final scores.
So we are going to wrap up right here.
But it'll be interesting to listen to their questions.
Are they going to ask some questions? Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as you press on the enter button, was it part of the next game?
He asked, they were touching the keyboard during the demo, and he asked, okay, why did you do that? And it was basically to the robot pauses at some points so he can explain the challenge, and he has to tell the robot to continue.
Okay.
So some time.
The next question is being asked by Justin. Oh no, not by Justin. Oh, the robot is waving back to us, saying thanks for watching our demo. That's cute.
I couldn't understand the question, unfortunately.
The question was about speech recognition, as to was the robot really able to understand the conversation that was going on. And what the team member is saying is because of the finals, they restricted the grammar of the speech recognition system to only understand the commands that the operator was giving, and not beyond that. So it was not capable of understanding more random commands.
They asked why that the judges have to leave the room.
Actually, there is a map installed, and the robot already knows the locations in that. But for final demo, we changed the locations of some furniture, like tables and all, and so on. So robot can confuse where is very long using a LiDAR sensor. So then I think can detect the shoes, legs, bodies. It can
So the role model. Yeah, for the demo purpose, I think they hard-coded some of the furniture in.
No, but also they want the robot had to go back to the sink, but I think the judges were going to be placing themselves around there, then the robot would not be able to get to the sink.
Was about object detection and object gripping, and the human interaction was not as important for them, so that's why we saw that the human was repositioning the ball or taking something in or out of the grip. That were the questions. So, Apit, now comes the question, the main question.
Yeah.
Can you both rate the teams 1 to 10?
If I look at both the finals, I'm more impressed by Hibikino-Musashi.
Okay, so they get a good grade. Both get a good grade, or?
I would say, in my opinion, Hibikino would get a better one.
Hibikino gets a better one. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's impressive what we've seen.
It's definitely impressive.
We're going to
what
see how the judges feel about it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll be wrapping up this at home stream, and hopefully we will see you next year. Then we will be in the beautiful Netherlands, in Eindhoven, and you can all just come and watch live to the beautiful robots waving at you.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing we are going to add to Hero is the waving motion of thank you for seeing our demo. This was really nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, and goodbye.